Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Build with Sayed. This is the first episode of my series on solid principles. We will dive into these essential building blocks of clean code one step at a time. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced software developer, these principles will help you write a better software. So let's start. So these are the five principles. Each letter defines each principle. In today's video, we will be talking about only first principle that's called single responsibility principle. The single responsibility principle is the idea that a class should have only one reason to change. That is simple, right? But let's break it down with a relatable example. Here you can see single responsibility principle says that you should have a separate class for each type of functionality. Let's say we have a toy factory and we have couple of functionalities to implement, for example making a toy, packaging a toy, and delivering a toy. According to this principle, we should have a separate class for each kind of functionality. Like we should have a separate class for making toys called toy maker class, and we should have a separate class for packaging the toy, and we should have a separate class for delivering the toy that's called delivery class. If in future, if a child asks for a new toy, you will have to change only the toy maker class, not the other two classes. Let's jump into the implementation. Okay, so the implementation you are seeing on your screen at the moment is the violation of the SRP principle, because as per the principle, each class should be responsible of doing only one kind of work. So we have a toy factory, a single class, and all the functionalities are written inside this class, like making a toy, packaging my toy, and delivering my toy. So what is the problem here? The problem is if the toy making process changes. For example, if someone asks me to add a new type of toy, for example, make a metal toy. So what I'm doing here, I'm adding a new functionality to this class, to this existing class, and it could lead to some errors to other functionalities as well, because we are changing the same class again and again for any kind of new functionality. That is the violation of single responsibility principle. So what we will do, so if packaging needs a new packaging standard, we will be changing the functionality again within the same class. Also, if someone asks a new functionality for the delivering the toy to some other location, then we will also be modifying the existing functionality within the same class. So that means we don't have a single reason to change the class, but we have a multiple reasons to change the class. For example, I am adding some functionality for making a toy. I'm modifying the existing functionality for packaging my toy, and I'm modifying the delivering mechanism for my toy factory. And in the end, I'm just changing all these functionalities within the same class. That is the pure violation of the SRP principle. So that means we should have a separate class for making a toy, we should have a separate class for packaging my toy, and we should have a separate class for delivering mechanism and delivering my toy. So we have a refactored version of the code. Now you can see we have a separate classes for each kind of mechanism. For example, we have a class toy maker which will make the toy. We have a class toy packer which will pack the toy, and we have a delivery service class which will deliver the toy. That means each functionality is a different and separate class. If you want to change the functionality regarding the toy making class, for example, I want to make a new toy. For example, I want to make a metal toy. So what I need to do? I'm only changing the toy maker class, but not the other classes. All the other classes are intact and we are not changing their implementation at all. So That's why the single responsibility principle is a very important thing in building blocks of the software architecture. This is the foundation of of clean code. Similarly, if I want to add a functionality for my delivery class, deliver my toy to office. I have another method of delivering my toy to office, but I am not changing anything inside this class, neither in this class, because delivering toy belongs to only this class. So that means each class is representing each kind of functionality only. I hope you will understand this single responsibility principle. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. In the next episode, we will talk about the open close principle, that's called OCP. I will add this coding solution on my GitHub repo, and I will add the link into the description so you can just check the repository for the solid principles implementation. Okay, thank you. Until then, bye.